Before you actually start modeling the Saber, you'll need to install Blender. I'll leave a link to Blender in the description. Just make sure you download that and then open it up. Alright, so to start modeling the Saber, the first thing you'll want to do is open up this Saber template. Basically, you'll just use the template to make your Saber along with the template one so that you don't need to align it in Unity. I'll leave a download link to this template in the description. So to open it, you'll want to click on File, Open, and then select the template. If you just downloaded it, it's probably in your downloads folder, but if you've moved it, just check there. Once you've opened it, you'll just want to click on File and then Save As, and then just save it wherever you want to have the files for your Saber. Anyway, so let's get on to actually modeling the Saber. So to look around in the Blender view, you'll want to use middle mouse, and you can zoom in with the scroll wheel. You should already have a pretty basic understanding of Blender before you start doing this, so if you don't, then maybe just look up some Blender tutorials. But yeah, so the first thing you'll want to do is just look at your Saber from the side. You can do this by clicking the X thing or Z on the top right. And once you've done this, just turn on the viewport shading so you can see through the Saber. And then you'll want to click Shift A, Mesh, and then add a new cylinder. So this will be way too big, so you'll just need to use Scale to scale it down a bit. And then use RX90 to rotate it sideways. Now, to start modeling the Saber, you'll want to make sure that you're in edit mode and that you're in vertex select mode. Once you've done that, you'll want to select one end of your Saber, press G, Y, and then start moving it along to the end. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you want to align it to the end of that Saber. Then you'll want to do the other side as well, so you can just use Shift and middle click to move along. Now you want to select that end as well, press G, Y, and move your mouse to the end of the Saber, like that. Now, if you don't want your Saber to be really large, then you can use S and scale this down. So I'm just going to make it like this. Also do the other end as well, if you want to have it more thin. I'm going to make this slightly smaller, just because I prefer thinner Sabers. But you can do this how you want. Then you'll just want to hide the template Saber like this. You can go back out of wireframe shading and just go into the normal one. Now, if you want to round off the edges of your Saber, you'll just want to select the edge and then press Ctrl B to bevel it and just kind of bevel it off a bit. Something like this is fine. And then you'll also want to do that to the other side. So Ctrl B, just move your mouse, bevel it a little. Now, the last thing you'll want to do before exporting your Saber is go back into object mode. You can do this by pressing Tab. Select your Saber, right click, and click Shade Smooth. Now your Saber will be smooth and stuff like that. I'll make a more advanced tutorial in the future on how to make a Saber with like a hilt and stuff, but this is just how to make a basic stick. So once you've done this, you'll want to save it with Ctrl S. One last thing you'll want to do before exporting your Saber is just make sure that you delete the template Saber. So just click on it and then press the delete key. Once you've done that, you'll want to click File, Export, FBX, and then just save it wherever you want. In the next video, I'll show you how to import this Saber into Unity.